Your dog just made you get up, walk to the kitchen, and hand feed him a treat. He didn't ask, he didn't beg, he just looked at you. And it worked. That's not cute. That's conditioning. And he did it to you.
Here's the thing. Psychologists have actually studied this. For decades, researchers have picked apart human-pet relationships, and what they found is kind of wild. Dogs and cats didn't just get lucky with us. They evolved specific behaviors that hijack the exact same reward circuits our brains use to bond with other people. Today, we're breaking down 5 real psychological mechanisms your pet uses on you, starting mildly sneaky and ending somewhere genuinely unsettling. Let's start with the classic, puppy dog eyes. There's an actual muscle involved here, called the levator anguli oculi medialis. It lets a dog raise the inner corners of its eyebrows, making their eyes look bigger, sadder, more human. Here's the part that should freak you out a little. Wolves don't really have this muscle. A study comparing dog and wolf facial anatomy found it's basically a dog-only feature, something that showed up as dogs evolved alongside us. The theory is that for thousands of years, without even realizing it, humans kept favoring the dogs who could make that face.
The ones who looked a little more helpless, a little more in need of us. Generation after generation, evolution built a muscle whose entire job is to make you say, aw, and hand over the treat. Cats play a different game. Researchers recorded what they call a solicitation purr, a specific purring sound cats make only around their owners, usually when they want something. When scientists analyzed the sound wave, they found something strange hidden inside it. A frequency almost identical to a human infant's cry. Not the whole purr, just a thin layer buried in it, sitting right in the exact range your brain is wired to find urgent and hard to ignore. Most owners couldn't consciously tell the two purrs apart, but their bodies could. People consistently rated the solicitation purr as more urgent and less pleasant than an ordinary purr, even with no idea why. Your cat isn't just asking for breakfast. It's borrowing a sound your brain evolved to never ignore. This next one is straight out of a casino. Psychologists call it intermittent reinforcement, the exact mechanism that makes slot machines so addictive. A reward that comes every single time gets boring fast. Your brain adapts to it. But a reward that shows up randomly, with no pattern you can predict, keeps your brain locked in, checking, hoping, engaged. Pets do this constantly, without even trying. A random head boop, an unprompted cuddle that shows up out of nowhere. Research on human-animal attachment has found this unpredictability doesn't weaken the bond. It strengthens it. Owners whose pets show affection on an inconsistent schedule often report feeling more attached, not less. Your pet's affection feeling extra rewarding when it's random isn't in your head. Your brain was built that way on purpose. The same circuitry a slot machine hijacks. Ever find your pet sleeping on a pile of your unwashed laundry? Not random either. Researchers studying attachment in dogs have run experiments modeled directly on the strange situation test, originally designed to measure attachment between human infants and their parents. Dogs pass it the same way toddlers do. They seek out a specific person's scent when that person is gone. They show measurable stress when separated from their preferred human, and they calm down specifically when that person's scent or that person comes back. A worn sweater isn't just comfortable. To your pet, it's the next best thing to you actually being there. And here's the one that gets genuinely unsettling. Multiple studies have found dogs beg differently, depending on whether a human is actually watching them. When their owner's eyes are on them,
dogs often show more exaggerated, more persistent behavior. But when the owner looks away, that same behavior can shift entirely, sometimes straight into sneaking toward food they were told to leave alone.
That timing isn't a coincidence. It suggests dogs are tracking your attention specifically and adjusting their strategy based on what you can and can't see.
That's not simple conditioning anymore. That's closer to what psychologists call theory of mind, understanding that another creature's knowledge is different from your own.
So, no, you didn't train your pet. Somewhere along the way, it trained you. And weirdly, that's not a bad thing. That's actually the whole reason this relationship works as well as it does. Which one of these has your pet pulled on you? Tell me in the comments. I'll read the best ones. And next week, the psychology of why pets pick a favorite human. And it's not what you'd expect. Subscribe so you don't miss it.